been out. It's been a long time, just generally speaking, since we headlined Europe. So we wanted to come back and hang out with our buddies Goathor and Mortals are on the tour as well.
Yeah, and that record was produced by Kurt Ballou, who's also the guitar player in Converge. Awesome guy, awesome producer. It's like, check it out if you haven't yet, but it's been out for a bit.
And tell us what it's like being with Prosthetic Records. Have they been good to you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The thing about Prosthetic is that they're I hope they don't take offense to this, but they're small but mighty. Like, they have a small staff, and everyone works really, really hard and carries their weight. And if we need anything as a band, which could be a myriad of things, they're right there, and I can call the owner of the label, EJ. Hi, EJ.
Hi, Kelly. I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly
Our PR person, Kelly, is wonderful.
Yes.
Clay, Marshall is wonderful. But we deal with them directly. When you're on a slightly larger label, I mean, imagine if every single band on Metal Blade just called Brian Slagle. He would lose his mind. There's just too many bands, and you can't do that. Whereas with Prosthetic, they can still compete distribution-wise with labels such as Metal Blade, but you can also call. You can talk right to the horse's mouth anytime you want. I can call EJ in the middle of the night, and he'll answer it.
Yeah. What time is it in LA right now?
You want to call him?
No, we're not. If it's really late and obnoxious, we should call each. It's early. Then it's too early to call him. So yeah.
Here, it's probably 9 hours earlier.
So it's like noon.
Angeles, 8 or 9. I'm a little
9.
jet lagged.
No, 8 something. Yeah. So yeah.
You live there.
Yeah. It'll be way too early.
You probably should know.
No. So you guys are playing Inferno Festival's 15th anniversary. What's this like? Is this your first time playing a festival in Norway?
Yeah, it is. This one's particularly, for me, really cool.
You seem so young.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water and eat a lot of citrus fruits. Yeah, this Inferno Fest, I think it's really cool. Scott would probably agree. There's a lot of good bands on this, and we're buddies with a lot of, like, Kampfar and Enslaved and stuff, so we've got to see a lot of the people that we have toured with in the past, and they're always like, we'll hang out with you when you come to Norway, and we're like, yeah, like once every 2 years, and now we're here. So it's cool to hang out with bands that we've been on tour with and also that we're fans of, get to see them play live.
Yeah, I mean, we're all fans of this. That's why we basically work with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that Enslaved played the first ever Inferno Fest, and now they're playing the 15th anniversary. So that makes me happy because they're fantastic. And their new record rules. You guys should all buy it because it's great.
They always rule. You guys are awesome, too. Like, one thing that always stuck out in my mind about your albums was it has the sort of like an Iron Maiden-ish type of font on it. Like, what's with the artwork on this album?
The artwork, well, we've had a couple different artists, but there's two guys that have done most of them, which is John Baisley, who plays guitar and sings for Baroness, if you know that band. And the other one is Andrei Buzakov, who's also a fantastic artist. So those guys have done all the artwork except for our first self-release record. And the font was done by an old friend of ours from Ohio, actually, who's a graphic designer.
Was he Cleveland cool?
He was Cincinnati awesome.
Okay.
He lives in Vietnam now, though. Hi, Josh. He's getting married this weekend.
Hi.
Hi, Josh, in Vietnam. I'm just doing shout-outs now, pretty much, because this is live, and it's fun. I like that it's live.
It's a rap video.
It's a rap.
Right.
Totally. Any shout-outs?
No.
No shout-outs.
No.
We already. Now tell me, you guys happen to look like cats. I don't know if anyone ever told you that before, but I also noticed that you have something.
Would you repeat that question?
You guys look like cats.
We look?
You look like cats, like meow. Like.
Look like them?
Yeah, I think you do. Is that because you have a lot?
How does a human look like it? They say you look like your animals, though.
You don't you have some kind of association with the Metal Cats book? And so
Yeah, we do. We're friends with the people that put out the book, and I think Nate may have a quote in it. Unfortunately, there's no photos of us in it, but yes, we do love cats. 4 of the 5 of us in the band have cats, and we also last year sometime, we did a limited pressing of a record of Servants Unleashed that was hand-screened, a limited amount of copies, and us and Prosthetic Records gave 100% of the profit to 2 different animal shelters in Ohio, one in Athens, where I live, and one in Columbus, Ohio, because we love animals. And then when we dropped off the check, and we did like the big cardboard check thing.
How much was it for?
It was $3,000 for each shelter.
Oh, cool.
And I believe it's that or very close to it. You can look at the check, the photos online, if I'm wrong, but I left with a cat, another cat.
What kind of cat?
A gray one.
Most expensive cat you ever bought.
Yeah, the most expensive one, that's for sure.
Yeah, because of his medical problems. He came from the shelter. He didn't, we rescued him.
Now, were you a writer at one point in life, or were you studying journalism?
I was. I have a journalism degree.
You did. So did you do writing professionally?
Just a very little bit. I did it for some university publications and a few things in Ohio before I just basically it was kind of go to school, and then it was black T-shirt, white van, tour, and kind of haven't looked back.
Did you ever get stalked by a writer groupie?
No, I didn't write enough that I don't have writer fans because I didn't write very
some
much.
scary shit like that movie Misery with Kathleen Bates.
Well, yeah, I have had some people tie me into a bed and break my ankles, but they weren't really writer fans. There was something else, but yeah, I didn't write enough I don't have much stuff out there. If you Google me, you won't find anything.
Okay, I'll do that when I get home then.
You should, but I do love interviews because of the journalism background. So,
Cool.
So I'm a terrible interviewee.
So your previous works sound kind of thrashy, and nowadays it sounds more like it's got metal in it. How has the sound progressed, and where do you see it going, from here to the next album? Any one of you can answer.
I don't.
I'd kick you to make you talk, but I'm not going to because that would be assault, and that's illegal in some countries.
Yeah, I'd also just leave.
You would? Aww.
Anyway, as far as the records are concerned, I think that's more of a natural thing. I don't think we aim to do a black metal record or do a thrash record or anything like that. I think that it's just about what riffs are really good, what riffs everyone really likes, and stuff like that. So I think it's just more of a natural progression. So if it does sound more metal, like you said now, that's just because we wrote those riffs and that's what we like. You know what I mean? There's no, rhyme or reason to it. I don't think.
I agree. I mean, I think that when most bands make a statement about this record is going to be like this, or they specifically go for a certain style or a genre and they put limitations on themselves, I think it's a bad idea. It limits what you're going to do. I think about going to the store. I think about the stuff I have to do in my life, and I try not to overthink music because it's actually creative and it's fun. I think about, oh shit, I got to buy celery when I go to the store. I don't think about, I better write this riff that's going to sound just like this. I just play. And eventually you kind of know when you stumble upon something that you like. And you hope other people like it, but that's a secondary concern.
Yeah, it's more about, with this band, it's more about feeling than a calculated move or anything like that. But we'll see what the next one sounds like.
Yes. And when is that supposed to happen?
We're writing right now. So, but at the same time, writing is not, you have bands that crap out a record every year and a half and stuff like that, and I think that can impede the creative process, so I think that we're just going to take some time to write a really good record.
I think that's a really good idea. That's an excellent plan. So, what kind of messages do you have for your fans?
Thank you.
Besides buying a Metal Cats book.
Yeah, no, the message is thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
thank
welcome.
you to our fans.
Yes.
To thank you for supporting us, and coming to shows, buying records, hanging out.
Yeah, same thing. I don't think fans need to listen to any message I have to say besides our appreciation for them getting involved with what we do.
Yeah. If you're getting a message from a metal band, an pseudo-extreme metal band from Ohio about politics, religion, or philosophy, then you should probably turn off your computer and go read a book.
Yeah.
We don't have a message for you. We have
in community college.
yeah. We hope you get something out of the music and you enjoy it, but we're not here to preach a certain message. That's whatever you take from it. You take from it. Hopefully, it's something, even if it's just enjoyment.
Yeah.
But to each his own. Yeah.
Any plans for 2015 after this? Besides the album?
Yeah, just writing, and as soon as it's finished, going into the studio, and as soon as that's finished, touring and touring and touring.
More touring and more touring.
Maybe I'll get another cat, too.
I think you should get another cat. I think you should write a book about cats.
I don't know. You're getting a little crazy.
He's going to become a crazy cat man.
He's going to continue to become a crazy cat man.
It's too late.
Now, if people want to look you up on the web, please give us your website.
Skeletonwitch.com, Facebook. You know what? You guys are smart. Google our name. You'll find it. We run our own stuff, too. It's not some other entity or manager or label or anything. So it's going to be Evan and I if you get a reply. So
it's not like this cat replies to your stuff or anything like that. Yeah.
He's a terrible typer. And he's a real procrastinator. He takes forever to respond. So
yeah. So forget about it.
So we'll do it.
So be sure to look out for the new album this year, skeletonwitch.com on Prosthetic Records. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Skål.
Cool.
Skål.